Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. And I'm very privileged and grateful and honored to have a beautiful friend, Samantha Fox, join me today to share her little story and journey of how she came to where she is now, such a vibrant, thriving, inspiring personality, inspiring soul. And let me introduce you to Samantha. She's a yoga teacher, but a very different sort of yoga teacher who embodies soul and spirit. And I've tried some of her classes, absolutely highly recommended. I'd love you to meet Samantha Fox. Namaste, Samantha. Thank you for giving me your
Namaste.
Thank you for giving me your time. I know you're a very busy lady running a family and running your retreat and your beautiful classes that you do one-on-one with people. But I just think you're such an inspiring person. Your energy is so beautiful, and it would just help so many people that I connect with and that I work with on their journeys of healing, of growing in their soul as well. Yeah. So, Samantha, I was wondering if you would be kind enough to share with us a little bit about your life journey. I know we can sit and talk forever about it, but how it's led you to where you are today, how inspiring and energetic and thriving you are, and living your passions as well. Because I know you do have a background with gymnastics and even, I was really quite shocked to hear that there was even a time when you actually hated your body. I mean, now I think everyone would envy your body, but yeah. So do you mind sharing a little bit about your life journey to how you got here today?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much, Patsy. I truly am inspired by you and the heart and the passion that you bring to really help to bring greater freedom and joy to people's lives. So thank you for having me. Thank you if you're watching today. My name is Samantha Fox Olson. I live on Kauai. I followed my heart out here about 13 years ago. I grew up in Michigan, so here I am on a tropical island, but I know what winters are like. Um, and when I grew up as a competitive gymnast. So I remember when I was in fourth grade, seeing a girl in a long sleeve rainbow leotard at a talent show doing back handsprings across the floor and just seeing this, oh, look what she's doing in her body, like, oh, look at that freedom and look at that expression and look, that's what I'm supposed to do. Oh my gosh, like, something just really woke up inside of me of, wow, that's what having a body is supposed to feel like for me. That's what having a body can can be, that expression and that joy and that movement and that freedom. And so that very day, as we're driving home, we see this young girl walking home from school, and my mom pulls over and asks her where she goes to gymnastics. And then I remember so clearly walking into the gymnastics company in Michigan, where I grew up, on that first day and watching girls cross tumble on the floor, seeing another girl crying on the P bars doing some type of conditioning maneuver, another girl over there doing handstand push-ups at the wall, and just all of this emotion and all of this energy. I truly, in the depths of my being, felt like I was home. Like I just stepped into a place that, like, wow, I finally arrived. And so that really started my journey with gymnastics, which was profound and amazing in so many ways. And that is the place, the arena that I learned to have a lot of freedom and expression and joy in my body. And it's also the very same path that put me through a long spell, actually, of bulimia and of judging my body and of really sizing myself up to other people. And so it's funny how that works in our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, there was many years that I went through really the struggle with having a body. And I clearly remember one of the times where, for the first time, my gymnastics coach is putting me on a scale. And all of a sudden, you know, prior to that, me not knowing really to judge my body or me not knowing that a number on a square box could determine whether or not I was good enough or capable enough. And that's really where a lot of, a lot of judgment, I guess, started for me, where I went from a place of, "Wah," in my body to, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. And, we all know the blah, blah, blahs. So that went on for many, many years. And then also in my, I don't know, late teens and early 20s and beyond, I've always been very like in love with energy, if you will, like almost, I don't know, obsessed with energy. And because of that, I really found myself like surrounded by particular people that um, were really fun, and we had amazing times. But I really got into I got into drugs for a lot of years, and for me it was like I was being introduced to things that like gave me energy and allowed me to do a lot of things. But at the same time, there was a part of myself that was not thriving. There was a part of myself that was dying, and there was a part of me that I was disconnecting from.
Mm.
And during that time, I actually did lose. I lost some dear, dear friends to me, in horrific ways. And so I think, through just my path and where I've been, thank God I'm in this place now where I really see that my past does not equate to my future. My past is actually very much a huge, profound gift that has allowed me to overcome truly what I was meant to overcome, to be here now, to be able to share in a spirit of joy and enthusiasm and vibrant energy.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm here with you today.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that so true? I mean, we're all where we are today because of the journeys we've come from and where we've come from. That's really very interesting to hear, Samantha, because I used to be a sports massage therapist and worked with a lot of elite athletes here in Australia. And I was in charge of with a couple of others, of the Australian gymnasts for a while. Some of them are Olympians as well. And it is very intense training. I'm not surprised that you would have, your mind, body, and soul been subjected to so much competition and pressure. And oh yeah, it would have, and especially as a child as well, that would have been really very hard to live with. So was that what steered you onto, as you became more and more lost, and then I suppose you got into yoga and then started to heal, because it's quite natural to flow from gymnastics to yoga. I can see that. And in your healing journey, I mean, what do you think, or what have you learned really from your journey, your own journey, um, is the key to healing and to health and to your own inner blossoming? What do you think is the key to that, or that you've learned?
That's an amazing question. And for me, finding my practice of yoga really did help to give me an anchor point in my life that put me within a new community, a new mindset, a new lifestyle. And although I did very much play in two worlds for many years, still being, deep in yoga training, but also being connected to another circle of friends where there was a different kind of lifestyle happening. And, I think truly the having a community of support of people that truly do inspire you, that are living a lifestyle that you want, that are living a lifestyle that inspires you. This is really a key for our success, to surround ourselves by that,
True.
um and to never give up. There's
Mm.
been so many times on this path where I've just been challenged and, struggling, and still even here that I've had many breakthroughs and accomplishments from where I've come from. We're going to be challenged, and we're, really, one of the top secrets is just to not give up. Even if you're taking baby steps, acknowledge that, celebrate in that. There is a lot of power in celebration, celebrating from our heart, celebrating from every cell, that, even if you're listening, you've got two ears, you've woken up today and you're alive. There's so much that we can celebrate about.
Totally true. Yes, that's interesting you mentioned that. That's the holding yourself in the field of gratitude. I think that's so important when you wake up every day, like you said. And yeah, it's true with the community. You know, we are human beings. We are tribal. Um, we're all one, and we need that collective energy to hold us together, don't we? Yeah, that's beautiful. So through your adversities that you've been through in the past, have what else? I mean, we know yoga is a big, like you said, a big anchor in your life. What else have you found? And community, like you said, you know, obviously your family as they came along as well is your. And do you find your passion? I think you do because you can see it beaming and radiating out of you. Do you find your passion has grown and blossomed into your purpose now, and that your reason or purpose for functioning and living now too is also to help others and to bring that all out to others as well? Has that been also a growing thing within you that is yeah, feeding your soul, so to speak? Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's so many things that feed our soul, but what feeds our soul deeply is the way that we contribute to one another and the way that we positively influence our friends, our family, our communities, strangers. And it is that contribution that I think is the key to an everlasting happiness and everlasting joy.
So Samantha, what is your vision for what you want to bring forth in your life and world, you know, from this point forward? Because I know you do a lot of great things on your, and I will tell everyone to go check out your website because, you know, it's just too hard for me to list it all because there's so much you do there. And yeah, so what's your vision? I think we all awaken people and people who live with such purpose. Most of us have a really big vision there, and I'd love to hear what yours is to in your life and world. What would you like to bring forth?
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I'm consistently in the play and exploration of how I can deepen my my love for myself, my love for my husband, my love for my daughter, my love for my clients and students and friends and humanity in general. And that is something I could talk about for, you know, a long time. But I'm going to go ahead and jump even into my vision for my business and the way that I do share my passion. I think we all, coming from, you know, the story that we have in the past that we have, that is what can fuel us into really serving the world. And so I train yoga and fitness. I really blend the two of them in a powerful way. And I use meditation, mindset, inspiration, and motivation to really create programs for mostly women are who are showing up for these programs that really allow us to be in our body with joy and gratitude and strength, and to at the same time interweave personal development so that we feel empowered, we feel connected, we feel open, and we know that we know that we know that we can go for that in which we want to create. And so I help people online with yoga and fitness, and I create different programs for them to do so. But my bigger vision really expands beyond that. And what I eventually see myself doing right now, I create yoga and fitness retreats out here on Kauai as well, where people come and have a wild, adventurous, fun, nurturing week. But I would love to eventually create a center that is a retreat center where women can come and learn people in general can come and learn all kind of tools to empower their life and deepen the experience of love in their cells, in their bodies, in their relationship. Um, and from that, create a curriculum that goes into the school system where we're teaching young children and where we're teaching teenage girls how to love themselves,
Oh,
how
that is
to
so.
create, yes, how to create a light, you know, little daily rituals or little daily things that they can do that creates a mindset from when we're young, not to compare ourselves, not to beat ourselves up, but for to really truly genuinely appreciate that this is a miracle and a gift, and to cultivate that from a young age.
That is so beautiful. Oh, that is a beautiful vision. And I can see you doing that. That's going to happen. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you, Samantha. That is, Yeah, so lovely and wise words to hear as well. But now, just before we wrap it up, because I know we've got lots to do and I can chat for hours, but I'd like to just ask you if you can. I know you've probably touched on a lot of this, but just what wisdom can you give to listeners to take away with them? Just a wisdom in life that do you think is the key that you like to give away to for them to
Yeah,
take?
take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Be loving with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Be aware of the things that you're telling yourself, the way that you're speaking to yourself. When you look in the mirror, smile at you and look in your eyes and say, I love you. I love you completely and wholly and deeply. And for some of us at first, I know this. I know this from my own life is that to do some of these things at first will not feel authentic and it will not feel real and it will feel fake. But I'm asking you to go beyond those feelings so that you can access the truth of who you be behind those feelings. And so this practice alone, this practice of really giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, loving yourself, being gentle with yourself, being tender with yourself. And today's tip is going to be just let's do that in front of the mirror. Get in front of the mirror, look in your eyes, tell yourself I love you. When you get in front of the mirror and you automatically might hear yourself, oh, my belly, my butt, we'll tend to go for what we want to beat ourselves up about. I'm inviting you to, from this day forward, uproot that, stop that pattern, stop it, and start planting I love you. Wow, this heart has been beating for me from before I even took my first breath. I can cut myself and my body will know how to heal. There's so many things we can be truly grateful for. It's just a mindset shift. And so take this practice into place. Start really giving yourself the love and the generosity because when you can do this for you, you are going to be amazed at the way you can do this for others and the way that you'll show up even in communication, in prayer, communication to God. So that's my tip for you. That's my action step for you today.
Thank you, Samantha, for your beautiful words. I will leave it as this for now. And yes, everyone, you can check out Samantha's work definitely on her website. It'll be listed down the bottom of the page here, at the bottom of the video. And Samantha works one-on-one with people as well because, sometimes to go into our healing, and it's like in the work I do, when you go into the healing, into the depth of true healing, you do need sometimes that support to heal on a very, very deep level, and you need sometimes someone who has been through it to help guide you and facilitate you through it. So yeah, so check out Samantha's work, and it's also her yoga library that's absolutely extensive. Even that itself is good enough to have fun every day. You have a yoga teacher right in your bedroom or in your house. So yeah, thank you, Samantha. I really am very grateful for your time, and I wish you all the best as well in your big vision. And I'll connect and chat with you again another time. Namaste. Thank you.
Patsy, I'm so grateful. Namaste.